Gamers, listen up. If you're new to lifting and don't know where to start, I'm about to save you a ton of time and frustration. If you put all your points into strength in the game and want to start doing that in real life, make sure you're leveling up the smart way. These are 5 lifting mistakes I see beginners make all the time, and I'm here to stop you from doing the same. To correct your course, like a quest guide of strength. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Max Mode Fitness. My name is Coach Andrew, and I help gamers get into the best shape of their lives without sacrificing game time. Because that Oblivion remaster is not going to play itself, you know what I'm saying? Damn, it looks good. Now let's just jump right into it. The first mistake that I see a lot of people make when they're starting off at the gym is they try to copy all their favorite influencers and all these fancy exercises you see online. But the most important thing and the most impactful thing that you could possibly do, master the basics. Jumping into complex lifts is like trying to beat a Dark Souls boss without even doing the tutorial. You're just gonna get hurt. It's not a good time. We need to focus on mastering the basic fundamental movements. And these are pretty simple. It's squatting, hinging, pushing, pulling, rotation, core, and cardio. Now, I'm not saying you need to do one of each every session. The trick here is mastering the basics is about mastering the form. Everything else will build from there, but we need to fine-tune the most basic functional movement patterns. Now, if you are new to these movements, I would suggest keeping the weight light, keeping the movements very controlled. You don't want fast erratic movements. We're not doing squats like. We want control, purpose, and intent with all of our movements. Now, in this situation, there is nothing wrong with using regressions of certain basic exercises as a way to kind of build up to them. So, for example, if you can't do regular push-ups on your knees are totally fine. We are still doing the same movement pattern. It's fine. If you find you can't go all the way down on a squat, you can either use some kind of elevation underneath your heels, which will allow you to go a bit lower. That's what I've been doing. Or just master the range of motion that you can perform. And when that starts to feel comfortable, start trying to go lower from there. But the problem I see a lot of times is people think, I'm gonna do what that guy saw on Instagram does, and just stop it. That's how you get hurt. The second mistake that I always see is people are not using progressive overload. Basically, people go into the gym and they're just doing the same weights every session without improving in some regard, because if we're not leveling up properly, then we're gonna get to the final boss. He's gonna summon that Black Materia Meteor and he's gonna fuck us up. Don't get me wrong, keeping the weights light, keeping the movement controlled, like we were saying before, is exactly what you wanna do when you're starting. But we still need progression. We still need to level up. Now, progressive overload is one of the basic principles of any kind of resistance training. So basically, in some variation, we need to improve upon what we did last time. That could be something like you just do a little bit extra weight. Maybe you're doing more reps. Maybe you're having less rest. There are many, many ways that we can apply progressive overload principles into our training. The last thing you want to do is be like, oh yeah, I've been going to the gym for like 6 months and I look the same as I did when I started. Nobody wants that. That's shit. And one of the best ways to apply any form of progressive overload is to track your training. Track what you're doing and what you're adjusting. And then every week you can go back, reflect upon that, and then make the necessary adjustments. This is how you get strong. The third mistake that I see a lot of people make is they're going to the gym without any form of plan, without any form of structured training. You're just going in and you're winging it. Imagine if you were jumping into like a WoW raid. If there's no strategy or build or anything like that, you're gonna get messed up. And more importantly, you're just gonna waste your time. We're trying to minimize our time in the gym. We're trying to get the most results with the least amount of time so we can still play them games. And if you need a simple structured program to help you get started, I have a free 4-week beginner program in the Discord. Link is in the description. See, there you go. Now you got a program and you got no excuse. Cross number 3 off the list, boys. The fourth mistake that I see a lot of beginners make is not recovering properly. You could go to the gym and bust your ass and have a great program, but if you're not recovering properly, you are leaving so many gains on the table. Think of it like this. I don't know if WoW still does it because I haven't played World of Warcraft in a while, but remember when you used to like accrue rest XP when you weren't playing the game? We want that. That's the good stuff. That's gonna help us level up that much faster. That's actually a really good analogy. Thanks Blizzard. Sometimes it's the things we do when we're not at the gym that make the biggest impact. Staying on top of your nutrition is massive. Making sure you have structured rest days in your program. You don't want to be working out 6-7 days a week and just killing yourself. And make sure we're getting the right amount of sleep. If you need some tips on how to get better sleep, I made a video last week. You should probably check that out. And the fifth mistake that I see a lot of people make is not asking for help. There is a lot that you can do on your own, but why waste time in trial and error when you can learn things from people that have already done that and already been there and already got the results? If you're trying to learn all the good combos in Tekken or Street Fighter, you just go to training mode and figure it out for yourself. I ain't got time for that shit. I go to YouTube and I find people that know what the fuck they're talking about, that their whole life is this shit, and I copy them. I get them to tell me how to play the game. If you get stuck on certain puzzles in certain games, you go and you look up, how do I fix this? How do I do it? It's the same situation. We're trying to save you time in the gym, and look, everybody starts somewhere. We all did. You should have seen me when I started at the gym. Oh boy. There is a reason why professional athletes will go out and hire coaches to help them achieve a very specific outcome. For example, whenever I work with amateur MMA fighters, I'm not trying to teach them how to shoot a double leg. I'm not trying to teach them any jiu-jitsu. I'm not trying to teach them head kicks, any of that stuff. I'm trying to get them as physically prepared as possible through effective resistance training. If they know how to do that on their own, yeah, more power to them. But you hire someone to do that for you so you don't have to think about it, so your time and your energy can be focused on the things that matter, like Oblivion. So don't be afraid to ask questions. If you ever need any help, jump into the Discord community, shoot me a DM. I am more than happy to help you out any way that I can. So hopefully you learned something new so you can avoid all these mistakes in the future and start leveling up the right way. If you made it this far and this video helped you out, please like and subscribe for some more goodness. I post videos every single week. Like I said before, there is a free beginner program in the Discord. And if you need a little bit more convincing on why you need to start resistance training, check out this video right here. It may change your life. I don't make any promises, but it could. You never know. What do you wait for? Just click it. It's right there. Just do it.